e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, e5, castle kingside, bishop d6, c3, a6, bishop a4, b5, bishop c2, knight g e7, d4, c takes d4, c takes d4, e takes d4, knight b d2, bishop b7, knight b3, queen c7, h3, rook c8, knight b takes d4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, castle kingside, bishop b3, knight c6, queen d1, knight e5, knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, rook e1, rook f e8, f4, bishop takes f4, bishop takes f7, check, king takes f7, bishop takes f4, queen b6, check, king h2, queen e6, e5, king g8, bishop g3, rook c4, rook f1, a5, rook f2, a4, a3, rook ec8, queen d6, h5, rook a f1, h4, queen takes e6, check, d takes e6, bishop f4, b4, a takes b4, rook takes b4, bishop g5, bishop d5, bishop e7, rook bc4, rook f8 check, rook takes f8, rook takes f8 check, king h7, rook f2, king g6, bishop d8, rook e4, bishop c7, king h5, bishop d6, g5, bishop c7, g4, h takes g4 check, king takes g4, bishop d6, bishop b3, king g1, bishop c4, king h1, h3, king h2, h takes g2, king takes g2, bishop d5, king f1, rook e3, King G1. Rook E1 check. Rook F1. Rook E2. Rook F2. Rook E3. Rook F1. Rook G3 check. King F2. Rook B3. Rook A1. Bishop C6. King E2. Rook takes B2 check. King E3. Bishop B5. King D4. King F4. Rook A3. Bishop E8. King C3. Rook B1. King D4. Bishop D7. Rook C3. Rook B5. Rook C7. Rook D5 check.